Hello, how are you? I hope your day is going well so far. So today's video, I want to talk about recent makeup releases that has been happening over these past few weeks, and I'll go ahead and get started, and I'll probably put the pictures like right here, so let me move on the side. So the first thing I have here is the Natasha Denona, the Berry Pop collection. And so it looks like it included a lip liner and a lipstick. Also, I see that there's a face palette that has a really beautiful berry blush shade. And then there's like a blush highlighter. And then a highlighter. So this collection looked so beautiful. I thought of picking it up, but the price tag is very expensive, and I know that these colors, I could find them in different makeup brands like Colourpop. Then Natasha Denona released My Mini Dream collection. And this one was very tempting for me to purchase, especially on her website. And so for this collection, it came with the mini palette that has 5 eyeshadows. And these are to correspond with the midi palette. So I think they're all different shades from the original. And these are all just like add-ons to that palette. And then there's the Mini Dream Glow Blush. And this one looked like it has a highlighter and 2 blushes. And you could essentially mix it all together and create like a glowy blush. But I essentially skipped out on this because I thought it was kind of expensive, and so I have not gotten it yet. So the next thing is from e.l.f. Cosmetics, and they came out with a liquid blush and a Camel Hydrating CC Cream. And so from this collection, I actually did purchase one, and this is the Camel Liquid Blush in the shade Gorge Orange. So it's like an orange color, and you can see how vibrant this is. I have not used it yet. I've been meaning to, but I think it's very bold. I'll have to give it a try real soon. And it's very inexpensive as well, so I'll just see how I like it, and if I do, I could always purchase more at Ulta. And so with the blushes, they had so much variety. As you can see in the pictures, they had 2, 4, 6, 8. They had 9 shades, so they're all beautiful. They look glowy. And then the CC cream, I don't really wear foundation, so it's kind of like a skip for me. So this next one is by Spectrum Collections, and they released a collaboration with Lady and the Tramp, and this looks so cute. So there's a makeup brush set, there's the makeup bag with Lady and the Tramp eating a spaghetti together, and the makeup sponges. They almost look like the ones from Tati Beauty. It's almost like a reusable sponge that's not spongy. It's almost like a velvet sponge. And the brushes look so beautiful. You could see that they have the characters of Lady and the Tramp on the makeup brushes, and then the colors is just very fitting for the film. And I love Lady in the Tramp. I remember loving the movie. And then this spaghetti on the center, it looks so delicious. I haven't had spaghetti for such a long time. And the meatballs, yum. Then next is the Beauty Bay palette called Reckless Romantic. And I did pick up this palette when it was released. I can't help but love Beauty Bay. I just haven't really used the eyeshadow palettes here on my channel. But I will soon. I will this year, and this one is no exception. I think this palette looks like Natasha Denona, like mixed with the My Dream and the Retro palette together. The shimmers and Beauty Bay's formula is outstanding and super shimmery. I love their formula. So for me to purchase this, it was $28 including shipping, but I have not yet received it. It takes a while to ship to the US because they are a UK makeup brand. So next is Juvia's Place, and I love Juvia's Place. They released a blush, liquid blush lighter, and they have a lot of shades here. So I think they had 2, 4, 6. I think they came out with 8 shades, or maybe 7. And it just looks absolutely stunning. Something I would use over and over again, especially because it's a blush mixed with a highlighter. So if you use it, you're gonna look really glowy. And I'm pretty sure a little goes a long way because their formula is very pigmented. So next is Colourpop and their collaboration with Twilight. And they included an eyeshadow palette, a shimmery oil for the skin. There were liners, Super Shock highlighters, and lip oils. And I was mostly intrigued by only getting the palette and the highlighters and maybe one of the liners. But I did not attempt to purchase the collection at all during launch day. I kind of had a feeling that it would have been a little hectic, so I didn't bother trying for the Colourpop website or Ulta. I just completely ignored it and just didn't attempt to get anything at all. But they said that they're going to restock, so probably on the next restock date I might pick up a few things. Personally, I am not a fan of Twilight, but I love the color story and I love Colourpop's formula for their eyeshadow. I think previous years I thought they were okay because I did try the older formula from Colourpop, but trying the more recent palettes, I think they're pretty good for the price you pay. And then speaking of Colourpop, they released a St. Valentine's Day collection, and this included a lot of things. And I did only pick up one thing, so I picked up the palette, and this one is called Lost in Love. And I thought the palette looked beautiful in the pictures, and in person it looks really, really pretty. I love the shimmers. I love these two. They look quite pigmented. They are in the glitter formula, but that one will look super sparkly all over the lid. And then I love that they included like an orange tone called All My Heart. I absolutely love the names to it as well. And so for this collection, they had some cream and lip heart items. They had a glittery Obsessed, Jelly Much eyeshadows. They had a lip gloss and a palette and a heart makeup sponge. So all of those things I did not get, but the palette I had to. Then Tarte released the Maracushi Juicy Eye and Cheek palettes. So there's two versions of it, only at the bottom row of the palette. One is for the light medium skin tones, and then the other is medium to deep. And I would pass on it just because looking at the light medium shades, they look kind of dark. And the palette itself, it looks beautiful. I see some light shimmer shades I could use every day. But it's just, I think that cream bronzer looks kind of odd looking. It looks a bit, not my shade, even if it says it is. Then there was the Sephora Favorites Perfect Pout Lip Kit. And this included 5 lip products. One of them was Charlotte Tilbury. I see that they had a clearance lip oil, a Rare Beauty lipstick, something from Glossier, and from Tarte. So this was a really good lip set. It had a value for $34, so having all of that is a really good value. And I did skip on it because I don't need lip products right now. I was really intrigued by it. I really wanted it, but I just decided to not get it. But the lip colors look just absolutely beautiful and perfect for every day. Then there's the Colourpop Golden Hour palette, and they released this around the end of December, and I thought it was really beautiful. And so when I got this palette, I decided to get it with this to have free shipping. And so it looks like this on the cover. And then the palette inside looks like that. It includes the large pans for the eyeshadows. So I love that. They have a lot of neutrals, and I love neutral shades. You can't go wrong with it. I personally don't mind a neutral palette. And this one just reminded me of the Natasha Denona Bronze palette. And I think Colourpop just created their own version. So you get a couple of dual chromes like this one, and possibly this. So I can't wait to use it. And then lastly, this most recent one is from NYX, and it's the Blur Screen Primer that is SPF 30. And it says that it's available now, right now, and I think this is very clever from NYX because primers, I feel like they're a bit pointless if you're not wearing foundation, but because this has an SPF, you could definitely use this alone. And just in case if you wanted to put, you know, your foundation after, you could always do that. And I love NYX as a brand. They have a lot of good quality lip products, eyeshadows, and I know that this one would look pretty good. So that will be it for today's video. What are you interested in the makeup releases so far? I would love to know. I think I've been pretty good with all the makeup I have bought so far, because I have only bought 3 items that were recently released. I know that right now I'm shopping my stash, but I think these purchases, I really wanted it, and I thought, why not? I mean, sometimes Colourpop limited edition collections, they sell out, and so you would have to wait for a long time if it is not available. And I just thought, I really love the palette, I'm gonna get it. So thank you so much for watching. If you did, may God bless always. Be safe, be well, my friend. I love you. You take good care, and I hope to see you in my next video real soon. Bye for now.